Alright guys, back again. So I'm so excited to talk about LEGO Harry Potter Hagrid's Hut Buckbeak's Rescue, which is another Hagrid's Hut, but also with the inclusion of Buckbeak's Rescue, which I think is very cool to have in this new wave of LEGO Harry Potter. And I have not owned any LEGO Hagrid's Huts ever, so this is a cool first time buy for me for any iteration of Hagrid's Hut, which I've always wanted as a kid, and I just never got any of them yet. So I really was excited getting this, and this one is a big set for $60. I think that you get your money's worth because it's like 6 minifigures plus this whole set. Even though it's a little small, I think it's still a great buy for it. Like, I feel like even though it's $60, you still get a lot for this set that you're just going to keep. At least I will. I don't get rid of anything, so this is worth it because it's a one-time buy. Now, this one in particular, the designs are very, very cool, and let's look at the hut first. Okay, this hut is kind of giant to put on the screen, but this is Hagrid's hut. It can actually be separated into two pieces, like this, with these two stud pieces, or 3 stud pieces. The front has two doors, which are the exact same with sticker on top of each one, and a lot of windows, which I think really do add a lot to this set and how it looks. It just looks very quaint and very cool. And on the top, you got a chimney, which actually is used for something else, and it looks really, really cool. Now the coolest part about this is the inside. In both of these pieces of Hagrid's hut, I'm going to look at this side first. You've got, of course, the door can open here. You've got a treasure chest with a chocolate frog in there, and I just put Hagrid's lantern in there that he was holding. And then you've got a table, desk, and then you've got a piece that says The Boy Who Lived, Harry Potter, which is used in a lot of these new wave sets, and a spider. On the other side here, you've got a couch, you've got a big bag, which is pretty cool, and then you've got a table with a teapot, and in the back you got his umbrella, and you've got a shovel, and you've got this broom, and it's got a lot of accessories. This is a big accessory piece set for this. And then you've got on the top, you've got a lot of cooking utensils or gardening utensils, which are really cool. And this is one of the coolest part, in which you get this chimney right here. Push it down, and right down here, move the table out of the way, it lights up. You just push it down and it lights up, and it's Norbert's egg. And you don't get Norbert in this set, which is unfortunate because I've always wanted to get Hagrid's hut because of that Norbert minifigure as well. But you don't get Norbert in this, but still, overall, this is a really cool inside of the set. Now let's look at the minifigures. Then we've got Ron Weasley, who's got a stern look on his face, which is like the other sets recently, and he's got a happy face. And Ron is the only one. I can see why he's in this set, but I also don't see why he's in this set because he's in the first part of the movie where they go and find Buckbeak getting executed, but then he's not in the second part. He's there, but Harry and Hermione don't interact with Ron because Ron's in the hospital. So Ron's kind of pointless in the set, but it's cool to get another Ron figure, and I like the shirt print. That's pretty cool. Now Hermione has a really cool, different design than she has in from the other new wave sets. Like, she's got a new hairpiece, which is really cool. I really like that. And then she's got front expression, alternate expression, she's just kind of happy. But I, of course, like her angry because that makes sense in this scene where she punches Malfoy and then she goes down and watches Buckbeak get killed. So it makes sense with her being angry, and that's a cool face. I really like that face for her. And the shirt's really cool because she's got the time turner, too, on her chest, which is pretty cool that it shows that as well. Then you've got Harry Potter, who's just Harry Potter from the other sets. I've got 3 of this same figure now from 3 different sets. Front printing, back printing. Next up is Hagrid, and Hagrid has came in other sets as well, and I have this one already, but I really do like having more than one Hagrid fig, but he's medium sized, and then there's one expression. Oh, and he's only got one expression in this. This is an exclusive minifigure, Cornelius Fudge, which is really cool. I really like how they included Fudge in the set. He, along with the Executioner, are cool exclusives for this set. Speaking of the Executioner, this is awesome. They included an Executioner who literally chops Buckbeak's head off, like with this, and they included it in the set. I love how they did that. That's so cool. He has that evil look on his face. It looks terrifying. But he's a really cool exclusive figure I really, really like. Before we look at Buckbeak, I'm going to look at this little build that Buckbeak is hooked on. He is hooked on, like in the movie, he is hooked on a chain, and he has got all the pumpkins around him. Now I took this chain off the actual piece back there just to show you guys right here, but this is Buckbeak's chain and hook, and you can easily pull it off by just doing that, like taking off one of the pieces for the one hook. And Buckbeak is free. And Buckbeak, the figure, I really love that they brought back Buckbeak, because we haven't got a Buckbeak figure since, I think, Prisoner of Azkaban, literally. And he's newly designed. He's got new eyes, because in the other ones he just had dead eyes, which I thought made sense whenever they made it in 2004, but it's so cool that they redid it and made him look really cool. I really love his design on his face, and his wings are really cool. They're even different than the old wings from 2004. Really, really cool figure. I really love Buckbeak. So overall, I think that this is a great set that really, even though it's $60, it's a little expensive, I think is still worth it if you're a big fan of Harry Potter like I am. I really am obsessed with Harry Potter, and I love all the Lego sets. I've almost bought every single one out of this new wave, and I really love this one. It's one of my favorites. I think with all the figures, you get 7 figures, including Buckbeak. Really, really great set of figures with some exclusive prints on these couple, and Hagrid's the same, but that's fine, but Hagrid's a figure that's in more expensive sets. And then you've got Cornelius Fudge and the Executioner, really cool. Really love Hagrid's hut design, it's so awesome, and I love the little design with the pumpkins by the chain that Buckbeak is chained to. I really love having the brick light up in the house, that's really cool. And overall, this is a great set, and eventually I want to get the other Hagrid's huts, but as of now, this is a great first set for Hagrid's hut that I own. So that is it on my review for Hagrid's Hut, Buckbeak's Rescue, and thank you guys so much for watching.